Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a really good life. My name is Nina and today is Saturday the 29th of December, so we are nearly approaching New Year's Eve. I am out here on my Baytech today. I'm not far from my mother's house actually. If you can see along there, I'm just by the river. It is beautiful. I'm on the banks of Lake Illawarra. So we've got ducks down here. But what I was going to do first off is, obviously I'm going to be filming my last vlog of the year, and I thought I would make it both a question time and I'd talk about the things that I've learnt in 2018. Also talk about the goals that I've set for 2019. So I have a Facebook group. It's called It's a Really Good Life, and I'm going to start a live video and ask people for questions that they might want to ask me. So here we go. Hi guys, how are you? I am on the banks of Lake Illawarra here in New South Wales. I'm on the banks of a river, as you can see, and I'll just turn the camera around so you can see. Out there is Lake Illawarra, and what I thought I would do is I'm out today. I've just visited Mum's house. I'm checking in, and what I thought I would do is I'm filming my last vlog for 2018, and I'm going to be doing like a question and answers type thing and talking about the goals that I'm setting for 2019 and the things that I've learnt along the way. Now I'll wait for those questions to start coming in before I can answer them. I'm just enjoying absolutely cruising along in this beautiful sunshine. It's about 30 degrees at the moment, I would say. I know that I'm blessed to live where I do, to have access to the equipment that I do, even though I've got primary progressive MS. I am actually blessed and very, very happy with my life. I've just stopped here now for a rest on the banks of the lake. I'm going to go back a little bit that way and go to the fish and chip shop, but I just need a rest. It's getting kind of hot. The cicadas are just loud. I've got my water, my Baytech's here. I've still got plenty of charge in the Baytech, thank God for that. I will do my top 3 goals for 2019. So I would say that my number 1 goal for 2019 would be to continue living an ordinary life under NDIS. And by that I would say to continue, despite having a disability that MS is progressive, despite having that, I would say to continue in work, to continue being employed, to have the supports at home, but to also be doing all the fun stuff, the day trips, the road trips I love doing, film school. I'm thinking of doing a photography class also, to do all these things to make your life as full as it can be, but in so many ways it's just an ordinary life, which is actually the beauty of it. But I'm thinking that is my number 1 goal for 2019. Now for me, working is not about the money. Being employed is not about the money. I just absolutely love my job. I don't talk much about my job on here, but I love it. I really do love it. And for me it's the routine, it's the contact with other people. The paycheck's lovely, but it's not the sole reason. It keeps me motivated, it keeps me focused. I wake up, I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, I know what I've got to do to get through the day. But in saying that, if my ability to work was taken away from me tomorrow, I don't think I would mourn it quite that much, because I'd just move on to the next thing. I would still find a way to enjoy life. Work is not the sole reason for being, even though so many people seem to think that it is. But yes, so to continue living an ordinary life under NDIS and to use innovative ways with my funding and the good people around me, all my support workers, to just have a blast. Absolutely. My second goal for 2019 would be to make space, and by that I mean I think I have a tendency to do so much and to be something to everyone that I don't make enough space to do the things I really love to do with those that I want to do it with. So I don't know, do you call that me time? Like, here's an example. So every day, I kid you not, by text, by Facebook Messenger, YouTube, I get a lot of questions from people wanting answers about the NDIS, and I understand that, but I also can't do that. I can't take that upon, that's not my role to be answering questions continuously. I'd never have enough time in the day. It could be up to 30, 40 questions a day on some days. So I'm always polite, but sometimes there's simply nothing I can do. I can't help everyone. What got me was shortly after Mum passed away, it would have been a week, I got a text, or was it a message on Facebook? I got a text from somebody I knew, and they said, condolences about your mother, and I accepted that. And then it was straight into a question about the NDIS, and I just sat there and I was like, wow. Wow. Is that what I am to people? Am I like the NDIS font of knowledge, and you can just turn on the tap and take what you want from the tap when you choose and when you feel like it? Is that all I am to people? I had to really question that. So I'm taking back control of the tap. Does that make sense? Yeah. So not in a nasty way, but just simply those who take and don't give. Sorry. It's way later in the day now. It's 6:30. I'm out on my scooter taking the dogs for a run. Now, you know how I said earlier I was going to take a nap? Well, I did take a nap, except that nap actually turned out to be a coma sleep. I call them coma sleeps. 4 hours I was napping. 4 hours! But I believe in naps, and I also believe in listening to your body. So if I needed a 4-hour nap, then that's exactly what I got. So I thought I would just do my last goal for 2019, and I think that would center around physical fitness and improving strength and flexibility, mobility, endurance and all that kind of stuff, and really managing fatigue. So as many of you would know, I have a physio, I do aqua aerobics, and those type of things. So I have a fitness program in place, but I really need to up my game on that, because I think with MS, as a degenerative neurological disease, deconditioning becomes a great part of the problem. Like you know, for instance, if I walk 100 meters, then the fatigue kicks in and I may need to rest for half an hour. So I think, well, I'm not going to walk as far next time, so I walk 50 meters so the fatigue doesn't kick in, but I'm getting less of the fitness benefits. My muscles get weaker and the fatigue gets worse. So it's a very vicious cycle, and it's trying to find a balance. But definitely getting back into physio and fitness, and maybe trying something new like yoga or Tai Chi. Woo! Ooh, there's a fire. Fire truck's coming down. So yeah, yoga, Tai Chi, something like that, low impact. If I can squeeze it into my busy schedule, I think I would like to try that. So that's my 3 goals for 2019. Let me know in the comments box below what your goals for 2019 are. I would actually really love to hear them, whether they're related to disability or not, even if they're just your personal goals. Please let me know so we can motivate and support each other along the way. Ah! Good morning. How are you? I'm at the pool obviously, and it's the next day. It's Sunday now, so I've just come here to do my aqua class, and that went really well. So I'm just trying to get a bit of fitness in. Now, I think I'll do the 3 things that I have learnt this year before I actually get into question time. So what I've learnt this year is the importance of time. That time is a finite resource, not infinite. My greatest lesson in that was when, now many of you know that my mum passed away this year on December the 4th with esophageal cancer. And my greatest lesson in how precious time is was in the final days, in the final day of her life. She was literally begging me for water, but she'd lost the ability to swallow. Her gag reflex had gone, so I couldn't, she was in hospital, but I couldn't physically give her water. She would not be able to swallow it. And she reached out a hand to me and she said, "Why are you so mean?" I'll never forget that. And I realised that, like, I turned 40 this year and my mum was 74, and there's not that much difference between 40 and 74, and time goes pretty quick. So I've kind of learnt how important time is, and to enjoy every moment and do the things that you want to do and don't put them off, because time and having a disability that's progressive, well, time does run out at one point or another. Doesn't it? I'm at home now. It is 1:30 in the afternoon. I am lying in my yard with my dogs, reading my book. My wheelchair van has just been washed and vacuumed and cleaned at the car place up the road, so I'm really happy about that. And I've just been having Tetleys and chilling out, so I thought I'd do my second thing that I've learnt this year. Living with primary progressive multiple sclerosis means that you have to be constantly adapting to change. And for me, for example, you may start off wonderful in the morning, you have energy, and by the afternoon the energy's gone, and therefore you may not be able to make the plans that you perhaps hope you could. Regular naps are a definite must, and I guess I'm just trying to say that you have to be open to accepting change. Things are not going to go as you want them to. There will be hospitalizations, there will be downtimes, there will be progression of the disease, and it's acceptance of that. I never say why me, I say why not me. Dante, Kundu, Dante, what are you doing? Come here, what are you doing? Come here. Hey, what have you been doing? I thought you were being bad. You don't want to be bad. Mama does not like bad dogs. Mama does not like the bad dogs. Okay, unless you can make me a Tetleys. Alright, unless you can make me a cup of tea, you go. Go on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, God. So, constant adaptation to change, and one of the things I've learned is, and I knew this already, but it's just a matter of predicting, being able to see the change that's on the horizon. For instance, noticing that my right hip flexor is not working the way it should, which could then lead to pain and reduced mobility, you know. But if I recognise it and accept that that's happening and that's just a part of the disease, and I get onto it fast and do physio and do therapy and all that sort of stuff, well, then, you know, it takes a team effort to make me look good. It really does. So this year I've hired and fired support workers. It's been quite an up and down year. It takes a team to make me look good. So you don't see them all. You don't see the support workers. You don't see, you know, the person that does my house cleaning, the person that drives me to work in the morning, the person that does this, that and the other. But they are my team, and each of them is as important as the other. I fully mean that. Whether it is my cleaner or whether it is my neurologist, each of them has a really important part to play. So team effort and adaptation to change when dealing with my disability. So I've got my Tetleys now. And I'm going to try and answer Sam's question. So she said, How do you find the inner strength to stick to your guns? That's a really good question to ask, and the simple fact is I don't really know, because it comes entirely natural. I'm like a pit bull. If you give me a challenge and a problem which requires advocacy, whether that's for self or whether that's for others, I go at it and I go at it and I go at it until I have hopefully a positive result. So I don't really even know how you find the inner strength to stick to your guns. It's just, there is no other option. For me, there is no other option. If I start something, I will finish it. And if I never give up. I absolutely never give up on a challenge. So I guess I'm pretty resilient. I guess I've got drive. It seems to be limitless drive, really, to keep going. And maybe a lot of people don't have that, but that's the answer to that. Now, what can we do to ensure our own physical and emotional health? Me, I think emotional health for me, I'm doing things at the moment like refusing to allow myself to be used. So if someone is only texting me or calling me and they just want, like I've mentioned earlier about asking questions about NDIS, and that's the only reason they contact you, they don't actually sort of make time for you at all, then they're gone. I just don't anymore. And I'm pretty, like, emotional health, I'm pretty good, like I'm pretty stable emotionally. I don't have any mental health issues that I know of. So I think it comes pretty easy. Like physical health, well, at the moment I'm, I do aqua aerobics, I do physio, I try and eat the best that I can, I go to bed early. I'm usually in bed around 9:30 and I'm up between 5 and 6 a.m. That's just the way it is. I take naps if I need them, which, for real is probably 7 days a week. I always take naps. So all those things combined would be the way that I keep mentally and physically well. What self-care routines can you recommend? I can't really say that I'd recommend anything for you, but for me, I can only speak that I like reading, I like to read, I like to watch YouTube videos, I like going to the movies, I like watching docos on Netflix. Starting to get into crossword books, funnily enough. I must be getting old. So, I absolutely love road trips. I just love getting on the road and having like a destination in mind but no plans and just road trip. I love road trips. Does that answer the question? I hope it does. Back to the part where you said about inner strength, it's just really the way I am. I think there are some people that are just born fighters, born advocates, born with that sense of drive. It's not really something that you cultivate. You've either got it or you haven't. And you've got, I think you can teach skills, yes, but say for instance, if you've got a top-notch lawyer and they're fighting a case and you look at them and you go, damn, I want them on my side, should I ever need them? That's the kind of person that I strive to be. Never give up is what I'm trying to say. So I hope that answered your question, Sam. Oh, after that, I really do need another Tetley's. Oh, God, that was good. Hi guys, it's New Year's Eve now and I have been out cruising on my Baytech along the beach. I stopped for breakfast and I just thought I would have a few quick words with you to end this vlog. 2018 was a year of many highs and lows. It started with a bout of meningitis which saw me hospitalised in early January 2018. But thankfully I didn't end up with permanent neurological deficits from that. And obviously the year, as many of you would know, ended with my mother passing away, but there was a lot of happiness and a lot of joy in between those pretty sad times. So I definitely am going to continue vlogging in 2019. I hope you've enjoyed this year. I thank you all again for watching me and coming with me on this journey, and I really do appreciate it. And of course, if you will keep watching, then I'm going to keep vlogging. So thank you from me. I will see you again in 2019. Always remember, it really is a really good life.